Motiram was a moneylender. He was wealthy yet miser. One day, while returning home, he thought that his son and wife spent a lot of money. Whenever he was out of the house for a long time, his wife shopped the whole day and the children ate something or the other the entire day. This way, they would soon turn him into a poor man, he thought. Suddenly, a beggar on the road pleaded Motiram. Will the hungry get something, my lord? Go away from here. I don't have a penny with me. Saying so, Motiram quickly proceeded towards the house. On his way back, the sweetmeat shopkeeper was making jalebis. Seeing them, Motiram could not control himself. However, he thought, if I purchase jalebis, then on my way back I will have to offer it to the people known to me. If I send the servant to bring it home, then I will have to share it with my wife and children. Why not send my servant for the jalebis and eat somewhere in secret? On reaching home, he called his servant and said, Ramu, go and bring jalebis from the sweetmeat shop. However, don't bring it home. I will wait for you near the bushes near the lake. When Motiram was planning to eat jalebis, at the same time, a man resembling Motiram went up to the king. What brings you here, Motiram? The king inquired. My lord, I want to give away some money in charity, said the man in Motiram's avatar. What? The king was amazed at Motiram's offer. You want to give away money in charity? Yes, your highness. The unused money is of no use to anybody, said the man in Motiram's avatar. Do charity by all means, said the amused king. The biggest miser of the town is going to give away money in charity. What a miracle, said a minister smilingly. Thereupon, the man in Motiram's avatar went to Motiram's house and met his head servant. He instructed the head servant, a man is resembling me in roaming in this area. If he happens to come this way, beat him and make him flee. As you wish, master, the head servant replied. The man in Motiram's avatar then went to Motiram's wife and said, What is this? Motiram's wife is living in such a poor state. Go to the market right away and buy some nice clothes and jewelry and whatever you like. Buy something for the children as well. What are you saying? Exclaimed Motiram's wife in disbelief. Today I am delighted. Whomever you meet on the way, tell him that I am distributing half of my wealth among the poor, said the man in Motiram's avatar. He is not in his senses. Before he changes his mind, I should go to the market. Thinking so, Motiram's wife, along with children, went to the market. In a short time, the whole town came to know about Motiram's act of charity. People began to assemble in front of Motiram's house in large number. Take away whatever you want, said the man in Motiram's avatar. Whatever we desire, one old man uttered in surprise. Yes, whatever is here is all yours, said the man in Motiram's avatar. This man can change his mind at any time, so let's carry the goods as fast as we can and walk out. Almost all the people who had come thought in this manner and acted accordingly. One man, instead of entering the house, took away the bullock cart from the compound and then carried valuable items from the godown. He was singing the praises of Motiram on his way back home. May God add our life to Motiram's. There is no other man as generous as Motiram. Real Motiram, who was hiding behind the bushes and enjoying hot jalebis, overheard the passer-by singing his praises. Many people were saying in unison, "May Motiram live for 100 years." Motiram was quite surprised to listen to all the praises that the people were showering upon him. Motiram came out of hiding. However, when he saw his bullock cart laden with his goods, he went mad with rage. "These goods are mine," he shouted. "You thief! Where are you running away with my goods?" The cartman whipped Motiram and said, "All this has been given to me by kind Motiram." "It is a lie! I am Motiram!" cried the actual Motiram. "You look like him, but you are not Motiram." Saying so, the cartman proceeded on his journey. Motiram chased him for a long distance, but he could not catch him. He ran towards his house quickly. On reaching home, he saw people walking away with his belongings. He called out to his servants and shouted, "Stop them! They are walking away with my goods." The servants mistook him for the crook, about who the man in Motiram's avatar warned them. As advised, they thrashed the real Motiram badly. "I will teach you all a lesson. I will go to the king." Saying so, Motiram made his way to the palace. "Sir, I have been robbed. People of the village have robbed my house," said Motiram sobbingly in front of the king. "But Motiram, you came here to seek my permission to give away your wealth in charity," said the king with a steady gaze. "Your Highness, have you ever seen me giving away my wealth? Some thug who resembles me must have come here," said Motiram, crying. The king ordered his men to bring the other Motiram in the court. Soon the man in Motiram's avatar was brought in the court. All the courtiers were surprised at the uncanny resemblance between the two Motirams. Each looked the exact copy of the other. "You both are alike. How should we distinguish between the two?" The king was puzzled. "Call my wife. She will recognize me, Your Highness," Motiram said. However, when Motiram's wife was asked to identify her husband, she also failed. "Cheat! I did so much for you, and you cannot recognize me? What shall I do now? Who will recognize me?" said real Motiram. Then suddenly the real Motiram remembered Kallu, the barber. "Your Highness, Kallu the barber will recognize me." The barber was called into the court and asked to identify the real Motiram. "Your Highness, I will have to touch their scalps," said the barber. The king permitted him. The barber then touched the scalps of both at various places. However, the barber too became confused. He uttered, I am sorry, Your Highness. I cannot recognize the real Motiram." "What do you mean?" said the enraged real Motiram. "I have a growth on my scalp. Have you forgotten? You both have a growth on your heads, said the barber. My wife and my barber cannot identify me. My house and money are gone. I am ruined, said the real Motiram and started crying. That is enough. I will not harass you any further, my son. I am your father. I have come straight from heaven, said the man in Motiram's avatar. My father? Exclaimed the real Motiram in a confused tone. Yes, my son, whatever wealth you have is all mine. I had always helped the poor and the needy. However, you kept all my money in the safe. I forgive you this time. But if you behave like a miser again, I will take away all my wealth, said the man in Motiram's avatar, taking his original form. In future, I shall not behave like this. Give me one more chance, father, said Motiram, touching his father's feet. Blessing Motiram, his father left for heaven again. Motiram was a changed man. He had become a kind hearted and sincere and helped other people now. He was more giving and believed in charity now. The gist of the story: it is not wrong to be wealthy, but it is not good to be a miser. Wealth is best utilized to help the needy or invested in productive projects. What is the use of wealth when nobody can use it?